Aloha, this is Linda. I have a new recipe, something I really like that I've tweaked a little bit from a few other recipes. From what I can tell, it's around 3 WW blue points, and I was going to try to figure the other out, but it's really hard because I don't do the other. But from what I can tell, it looks like it's also 3 on purple and 4 on green from different recipes that I looked at. But make sure, like anything, you always put the ingredients or that's in the recipe into your recipe builder, and it'll give you the exact amount if you're not on the blue plan. Just want to make sure you do that so you get the right amount of points. Okay, today what I'm going to make is Hawaiian coconut shrimp with a pineapple mango dipping sauce. And it's all going to be low Weight Watcher point and just really yummy. So this is what we're going to have for dinner. I'll just go over the quick ingredients, and then I'll start the sauce first and then the chicken. And I'm going to be using this in the air fryer. I have the Instant Pot air fryer oven. There's also other air fryer ovens. You can use the same. I just love this one here, and I used to have the regular air fryer oven, but anyway, you can use it in any air fryer oven. And the air fryer oven gives you the crispiness without frying, and so it's going to be really good. The ingredients that I'm going to be using is pineapple, a mango. I already have some mango that I cut up and had froze, and so I pulled that out. This is what's going to be in the sauce. It's the pineapple, the mango, a jalapeno pepper, a little bit of lime, a little bit of mint, and a little bit of minced ginger and some salt and a little water. And then the other ingredients for the shrimp is I just buy the shrimp that's already cooked, so I don't have to devein it or anything. I get the extra large, so it's an extra large bag. There's around 22 extra large shrimp in this bag. And then the panko breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, a little bit of cornstarch, and unsweetened coconut, and a little bit of salt. So let's get started. I'm going to start the sauce first, and we'll move right along. Okay, I'm going to get started on the sauce, but I was listening to the playback real quick just to see how it sounded and realized I said chicken towards the end, I guess. I think because I eat so much chicken, it's just on my brain, but this is actually shrimp. Just wanted to clarify that in case there was any questions. Okay, I'm going to move along to the recipe now. Okay, I'm going to start the sauce now. And I've got, this is a ½ cup of cut up mango that I had in the freezer. Perfect size. We're only going to use half at the beginning, and then we'll add the other half. I'll show you what we're going to do. Next, we're going to need my little dog is so sorry. Next, we're going to add a ½ of a cup of pineapple. I'm going to use fresh pineapple. You can use canned pineapple. Fresh is better, but you just got to make sure that you scan it, because there's many pineapples out there in canned pineapple that will say in water but still have points, so just beware. So I'm going to cut up this pineapple. I don't know if you've ever used one of these, but I like little gadgets that I can use to cut up different things. I also need to mince the jalapeno. I've got a little mincer here, and then my lime juice here. So I'm going to do this and put it on fast forward, and then I'll explain to you later. And now I'm going to mince the peppers. Okay, I was trying to get some juice out of this lime, and it's a little bit tough. So I got out my big guns. So this will get the juice out a lot quicker. Whatever works best. Just make sure your limes are really nice and ripe. Okay, the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I squeezed 2 small limes and had to use my electric juicer to get the juices all out. But anyway, 2 limes made 2 tablespoons. So I guess 1 lime will make about 1 tablespoon. Just a little note there. Okay, now I need 1½ tablespoons of chopped up mint. You're going to take your mint, you want to kind of take the leaves, this is fresh mint leaves, kind of peel them off, and you want to kind of put them together, and then kind of squish them all together, and then you want to kind of roll them together, so it makes it easier to cut them and mince it, and then just cut them real small little pieces. Okay, now I have all my ingredients diced up, so we're going to get started. I'm going to use half of the mango, put it in a food processor or blender. I'm going to use a half of it first because we're going to puree all of this. So there's a half of the mango. Now I'm going to do half of the pineapple. And then 2 tablespoons of the lime juice. 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, not garlic, caught you there. 1 teaspoon of minced ginger. It's gonna go in here. And so you can get regular fresh ginger. To me, it always goes bad before I use it all. And I'm all about convenience and easy, so this is easy for me. 1 teaspoon of minced ginger goes in. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to puree this together, and then I'm going to chop up the rest of the pineapple and the mangoes, and then I will add the minced up pepper, jalapeno, and the chopped up mint. Okay, I finished blending all of this together, the mango and the pineapple and the other, it was the ginger and the lime juice, a little bit of salt, I remember it all. So you want to make sure that you blend this real good, whether you use a food processor or you can use a blender. You're going to pour the sauce into a bowl, and then I'm going to chop up the remaining items and put in there so it has a little bit of, bite-sized pineapple and mango along with it. And then I'll be right back. Okay, the sauce is all done. You want to do it first so you can set it in the refrigerator, let it chill while you make the coconut shrimp. So, see, it's kind of like a salsa. It's chunky. So when you go to dip your shrimp into it, it's just going to taste so good. So it's going to go in the refrigerator while I make the shrimp now. Very easy. Okay, something I want to add. I was just sampling the sauce, the mango pineapple sauce, and I like my pineapple mango dipping sauce to be a little sweet, especially with coconut shrimp. It wasn't very sweet to me. And so this is one little hack that I've learned, that if you use sugar-free maple syrup, you can sweeten a lot of things and it gives it a really good flavor. I buy this Maple Grove Farms from Walmart. Is 0 points. A lot of them will be like 1 point. 0 points, tastes really good. And I added, first did a couple tablespoons, wasn't quite right. So I ended up doing 4 tablespoons to this bowl. Perfect. And 4 tablespoons is 1/4 cup. It's 0 points. So I'm going to add this to the recipe if you like your dipping sauce a little bit sweet. Otherwise, it's got a little bit of heat to it, but it was real tangy. So if you like it a little bit sweeter, add a little bit of the sugar-free maple syrup to it. Okay, now I'm going to finish working on the shrimp. I've got the eggs over here, beaten together, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch spread out on wax paper, or like I've got parchment paper here, because we're going to be putting the shrimp in there. And then in a separate bowl, just to mix this together, I'm going to do 1/3 cup of unsweetened coconut flakes, which I just put in here. And then also 1/3 cup of the panko breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs, 1/3. And now 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix this all around. Now I'm going to pour it on the other sheet of wax paper that I've got here. I think you're kind of getting the idea what's going to happen next. If you've ever breaded chicken or shrimp before, you know, you do the liquid and you do the dry. Anyway, so it's going to come together, and I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, now we're going to coat the shrimp. I took the 2 racks that go into the Instant Pot air fryer. Put them here. I got a little bit of paper towel under them because you need to spray them with a non-stick spray. And so I like to spray with a little bit of the butter flavored. Another trick I do is I used to have one that was round, but anyway, put one of these little parchment paper rounds on it. They have little holes in them. I think they're made for rice bowls or something like that. I read a long time ago. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it just helps keep the coconut and stuff from not falling all over the place as much. Lightly spray that too. Next, we're going to take the shrimp, and I think I counted them out. This is a bag of extra large shrimp that's already been cooked. So it's not going to take long. We mainly want to just bread this, and then we're going to brown it on both sides, and then it's going to be done. So I'm going to keep the tails on so you can dip them in the sauce, and also it makes it easy here. You want to roll it around a little bit into the cornstarch. Just dust it off a little. Then mix it into the egg mixture, and then let it drip. Drain off some of the egg, and then roll it around in the coconut panko crumbs. Kind of shake it off a little, and then put it on your tray. And it says it should put like 9. We'll see, maybe if I do 10, we'll see, because my air fryer is a little bigger than what those little basket ones are. So I'm going to fast forward while I do this, and then I'll get right back before I stick it in the oven. Okay, now I'm going to preheat the Instant Pot air fryer to 400 degrees, and it'll beep and let me know when it's preheated. Once it's preheated, I'm going to put the racks in the air fryer oven, cook it for 2 to 3 minutes, take them out, turn them over, and also swap the racks. And while they're cooking, I'm going to make Oriental fried rice. And I'll just tell you what it is because I can't talk over this air fryer when it's on. All it is just this Green Giant rice veggies. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, and a half a teaspoon of minced ginger. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, a half a cup of chopped up water chestnuts, and then just a little bit of soy sauce. I'm trying to see what they call for on here because I've made it according to their directions many times and it's turned out real good. It says 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. It doesn't mention salt. I usually put some salt, but the soy sauce has salt in it, but this is a low sodium, so I'll put just a tiny bit of salt. It says to put it with a little bit of oil in and then add it, but if you take this while it's frozen, I put it directly into a hot pan, and I like to use my cast iron skillet. It it starts cooking down, and it's real watery from being frozen. Then as soon as I do that, I put it in there, stir it around, then I add all the spices, the ingredients, and then mix it all together, keep stirring it while it browns, and when it's done, then I add 1 egg that I've scrambled up a little bit and cook with it for just like 30 seconds, mixing it around till the egg is cooked, and that's all it takes, and that's a 0-point side dish, and it goes really good with the coconut shrimp. Also, I forgot that my husband's not a big fan of coconut shrimp, so I told him I'd make some of them without it. So I had to take some of the coconut off some of them because I got carried away and forgot. So if you don't like coconut shrimp, you can take the same recipe, just do the panko crumbs. Instead of the panko crumbs and coconut shrimp and salt, you're just going to do the panko crumbs and the salt portion of the video. So that's another way you can do it. So this tray here that I've made are all just the panko crumbs, and this one here is the coconut shrimp, because I love coconut shrimp. So I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm going to start cooking this, and then we're going to steam some veggies, and that's going to be our dinner. One more thing I forgot right before I put this in there is take some butter Pam, lightly spray the tops, just a little bit with it. And when you turn them over, after 2 or 3 minutes of cooking, you're going to turn it over. When they start to brown, so they're the second brown, lightly spray that side too. Okay, it's all done, and the shrimp just turned out amazing. One thing is you'll just make sure you watch it, and I cooked it like 3 to 4 minutes on one side, and because my Instant Pot air fryer oven has 2 racks, I put one in, sprayed it a little bit with Pam on top, and then I put the other one below it. After 3 minutes, I rotated them, but I flipped them both over, sprayed a little bit of Pam, and then cooked them like 3 more minutes. Then I did it again and flipped them over and turned them again. So it looks like it takes like 5 to 6 minutes, maybe on both sides, maybe not. In order to get them this golden brown, I put it all the way to the top, so I would try to rotate them there. It looks so good. So I have the coconut shrimp here, and then I have just the regular shrimp here, and then I have the mango dipping sauce here to dip it in. I made some cauliflower fried rice and some steamed vegetables. I'll put a little bit, I can't believe it's not butter light, on top of the veggies, and I'm going to put it all together and show you what it looks like, and then we're going to eat. Okay, it's all finished, and you'll probably hear my little dogs in the background because my husband just came back from walking the dogs. Anyway, so here's the shrimp, the coconut shrimp, and then regular shrimp without coconut, the fried rice, and the vegetables. And then if you don't like mango, this pineapple mango dipping sauce, you can try this Trader Joe's seafood cocktail sauce. It's only 1 point. It's really, really good. A little bit of low sodium for the fried rice, and I can't wait to start to eat dinner now. And I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you do, please share my channel with others. I just want to encourage other people. I'm getting more subscribers, which just thrills me. Of all the comments that you guys have sent me, it really encourages me to cook healthier, to create healthier meals. And if you like these, please share with others. I try to keep them simple. I've lost 80 pounds on WW. I really love it. I get to eat real food. So you have a wonderful day, and see you in my next video. Hopefully I'll post a dessert one tomorrow or the next day after. Bye bye. God bless.